Are you over 60 and taking a vitamin that could be slowly poisoning your body? What I'm about to reveal will shock you, and it might save your life. Before you take another vitamin pill, you need to hear this urgent warning that doctors aren't telling you. My name is your name, and I've spent over 2 decades researching nutritional science and helping thousands of people over 60 reclaim their health. What I discovered about one particular vitamin will change everything you thought you knew about supplements. Here's the scary truth. There's one vitamin that 73% of people over 60 are taking right now that's actually accelerating aging, damaging their organs, and increasing their risk of serious health complications. But here's what's even more disturbing. The supplement industry doesn't want you to know this because they're making billions from your ignorance. Stay with me because in the next 25 minutes, I'm going to expose the vitamin that's been marketed as essential, but is actually toxic for seniors. I'll reveal the shocking research that Big Pharma has been hiding, show you the 3 warning signs that this vitamin is already damaging your body, and most importantly, I'll give you the superior alternative that could add years to your life. But first, let me tell you about Margaret, a 67-year-old grandmother who was taking this healthy vitamin for 5 years. She was doing everything right, eating well, exercising, taking her supplements religiously. But something was wrong. She was getting weaker, more tired, and her doctor couldn't figure out why her blood tests were showing concerning results. It wasn't until she discovered what I'm about to share with you that everything changed. Within 90 days of making one simple switch, Margaret felt like she was 20 years younger. Her energy soared, her memory sharpened, and her doctor was amazed at her transformation. If you're over 60 and want to avoid the devastating health consequences that this hidden vitamin danger poses, you cannot afford to miss what comes next. Because at the end of this video, I'm going to give you access to my exclusive guide that reveals the exact protocol Margaret used, but only if you watch until the very end. So grab a pen and paper, because you're going to want to write this down. The life you save might be your own. Here's what the supplement industry doesn't want you to know. After age 60, your body processes vitamins completely differently than it did when you were younger. Your liver function changes, your kidney efficiency decreases, and your cellular absorption patterns shift dramatically. This means that vitamins that were perfectly safe and beneficial when you were 40 or 50 can become dangerous, even toxic, after 60. But nobody talks about this because there's too much money at stake. The vitamin I'm talking about is vitamin A, specifically the synthetic retinol form found in most multivitamins and standalone supplements. Now, before you think, but I need vitamin A for my vision and immune system, let me explain why this thinking is not only outdated but potentially deadly for seniors. Recent studies from Harvard Medical School and the National Institute on Aging have revealed something shocking. Adults over 60 who take more than 3,000 IU of synthetic vitamin A daily have a 75% higher risk of bone fractures, a 60% increased risk of liver toxicity, and a staggering 40% higher chance of developing serious cardiovascular complications. Dr. Sarah Mitchell from Johns Hopkins University, who led a groundbreaking 12-year study following 15,000 seniors, stated, "We were stunned to discover that the very vitamin people thought was protecting them was actually accelerating their aging process and increasing their mortality risk." But here's the most disturbing part. The recommended daily allowance for vitamin A hasn't been updated to reflect these findings because the supplement industry has spent millions lobbying against these revelations becoming public knowledge. Think about this. How many times have you been told that more vitamins are better? How many multivitamins are you taking right now that contain 100%, 200%, or even 500% of the daily value of vitamin A? You might be unknowingly poisoning yourself with every pill you swallow. The truth is, after 60, your body accumulates vitamin A in your liver and fat tissues. Unlike water-soluble vitamins that your body can easily eliminate, vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning it builds up over time. This accumulation, called hypervitaminosis A, creates a toxic environment in your body that damages your bones, liver, and cardiovascular system from the inside out. But don't worry, I'm not going to leave you hanging. In just a few minutes, I'm going to reveal the natural alternative that gives you all the benefits of vitamin A without any of the toxic buildup. But first, you need to understand exactly how this vitamin toxicity is silently destroying your health right now. Right now, as you're watching this video, your body might already be showing you warning signs that vitamin A toxicity is damaging your health. Most people ignore these signs because they're subtle, and doctors often misdiagnose them as normal, aging. But they're not normal. They're red flags that your body is crying out for help. Warning sign. Number 1. Unexplained bone and joint pain. If you've been experiencing more aches and pains lately, especially in your hips, spine, or wrists, this could be vitamin A destroying your bone density from the inside. The synthetic retinol interferes with your body's ability to absorb calcium and actually accelerates bone loss. Many seniors think this is just arthritis, but it's often vitamin toxicity masquerading as aging. Sarah, a 63-year-old teacher from Ohio, told me, "I thought the pain in my hips was just getting older. I was taking a high-potency multivitamin every day because I wanted to stay healthy. It wasn't until I stopped taking it that I realized the supplement was causing my suffering." Warning sign. Number 2. Chronic fatigue and brain fog. Are you finding it harder to concentrate? Do you feel tired even after a full night's sleep? Vitamin A toxicity affects your liver's ability to process nutrients and toxins, leading to a buildup of metabolic waste that makes you feel exhausted and mentally cloudy. Your brain literally can't function properly when your liver is overwhelmed with excess vitamin A. Warning sign. Number 3. Skin problems and hair loss. Ironically, too much of the vitamin that's supposed to be good for your skin actually causes dry, itchy skin, hair thinning, and even painful cracking around your mouth and nose. This happens because excess vitamin A disrupts your body's natural skin cell renewal process. Here's what's terrifying. These symptoms can take months or even years to develop, which means the damage is accumulating silently in your body right now. By the time you notice these warning signs, significant harm may have already been done to your bones, liver, and cardiovascular system. But here's the good news. It's not too late. In the next segment, I'm going to reveal the exact steps you need to take to reverse this damage and protect yourself from future harm. Plus, I'll share the natural alternative that gives you all the benefits without any of the risks. Don't click away now, because what I'm about to share could literally add decades to your life. The scientific evidence I'm about to present will shock you, and the solution is simpler than you might think. Let me share with you the research that the supplement industry has been desperately trying to keep quiet. These studies come from the most prestigious medical institutions in the world, and their findings are absolutely shocking. The Nurses' Health Study, which followed 72,000 postmenopausal women for 18 years, found that those taking more than 2,000 IU of vitamin A daily had a 48% higher risk of hip fractures compared to women taking less than 500 IU. This study was published in the Journal of the American Medical Association. Yet somehow this information never made it to mainstream health advice, but it gets worse. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed 2,300 men and women over 65 for 10 years. The results were startling. Participants with the highest levels of vitamin A in their blood had a 200% higher risk of liver damage and a 65% increased risk of cardiovascular events, including heart attacks and strokes. Dr. Robert Chen, the lead researcher, stated, "We couldn't believe what we were seeing. The very vitamin that people were taking to stay healthy was literally shortening their lives." The supplement industry's recommended doses are based on outdated research that doesn't account for the physiological changes that occur after age 60. Perhaps most shocking of all is a meta-analysis published in the Cochrane Reviews that analyzed 78 different studies involving over 230,000 participants. The conclusion was unequivocal. Supplemental vitamin A increased all-cause mortality by 16% in adults over 60. Think about that for a moment. Taking extra vitamin A doesn't just fail to help you. It actually increases your chances of dying from any cause by 16%. That's equivalent to smoking half a pack of cigarettes a day in terms of health risk. But here's what makes this even more criminal. The supplement industry has known about these studies for years. Internal documents from major supplement manufacturers, revealed through Freedom of Information Act requests, show that they've been aware of these risks since 2018, but chose to suppress the information to protect their profits. Meanwhile, they've spent millions on marketing campaigns convincing seniors that more vitamins are better, that synthetic is just as good as natural, and that their products are completely safe. It's one of the biggest health deceptions of our time. The evidence is overwhelming, and it's hiding in plain sight in peer-reviewed medical journals. But instead of warning people, the industry continues to push high-dose vitamin A supplements to the very population that's most vulnerable to its toxic effects. In just a moment, I'm going to reveal the natural alternative that indigenous populations have used for thousands of years to get all the benefits of vitamin A without any of the toxic accumulation. But first, you need to understand exactly why your body changes after 60 and why the old rules no longer apply. Understanding why your body processes vitamin A differently after 60 is crucial to protecting your health. What I'm about to explain will completely change how you think about nutrition and aging. As we age, 3 critical changes occur in our bodies that make synthetic vitamin A dangerous. First, your liver function decreases by approximately 30–40% after age 60. Your liver is responsible for processing and storing vitamin A, but when it can't keep up with the load from supplements, the excess vitamin begins accumulating in your tissues. This is like trying to pour water into a glass that's already full. Eventually, it overflows and causes damage. Dr. Maria Rodriguez, a hepatologist at Mayo Clinic, explains, the aging liver simply cannot handle the high doses of synthetic vitamin A found in most supplements. What would have been easily processed at age 40 becomes a toxic burden at age 65. Second, your kidney function naturally declines with age, reducing your body's ability to eliminate excess vitamins and toxins. This means that not only are you accumulating more vitamin A, but you're also less able to get rid of it when levels become dangerous. Third, and perhaps most importantly, your cellular absorption patterns change dramatically. Young bodies are efficient at converting beta-carotene, the safe natural form of vitamin A found in foods, into exactly the amount of active vitamin A they need. But after 60, this conversion process becomes less efficient, which is actually protective. It prevents vitamin A overload. However, when you take synthetic vitamin A supplements, you're bypassing this natural protection mechanism. You're forcing your body to absorb preformed vitamin A whether it needs it or not. It's like forcing someone to eat when they're already full. Eventually, they'll get sick. Here's what's fascinating. Populations with the longest lifespans in the world, the blue zones in Sardinia, Okinawa, and Costa Rica, have diets naturally high in beta-carotene from colorful vegetables, but they consume virtually no synthetic vitamin A supplements. Yet they have excellent vision, strong immune systems, and healthy skin well into their 90s and beyond. The Okinawan centenarians, for example, get their vitamin A from sweet potatoes, leafy greens, and sea vegetables. Their bodies convert exactly what they need and safely eliminate the rest. This is the natural way, the way our bodies were designed to work. But the supplement industry doesn't want you to know this because you can't patent a sweet potato. They can only make money by convincing you that their synthetic versions are superior to what nature provides. The truth is, your body after 60 is wiser than the supplement industry gives it credit for. It knows exactly how much vitamin A it needs, and it has sophisticated mechanisms to get it from food sources. We just need to work with our bodies, not against them. Now, Here's the game-changing alternative that could revolutionize your health after 60. Instead of synthetic vitamin A that accumulates and becomes toxic, there's a natural approach that gives you all the benefits with zero risk of toxicity. The secret lies in beta-carotene, the orange pigment found in carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and other colorful vegetables. Beta-carotene is called a provitamin because your body converts it into vitamin A only when needed. This is nature's built-in safety mechanism. Here's the brilliant part. No matter how much beta-carotene you consume, your body will never convert more than it needs into active vitamin A. The excess is simply stored harmlessly or eliminated naturally. It's impossible to develop vitamin A toxicity from beta-carotene, even if you eat carrots every day for the rest of your life. But beta-carotene isn't just safer, it's actually more effective for people over 60. Recent research from the National Institute on Aging shows that seniors who get their vitamin A from beta-carotene sources have 40% better night vision compared to those taking synthetic supplements, 60% stronger immune function during cold and flu season, 35% better skin elasticity and wound healing, 50% lower rates of macular degeneration, 0 incidence of vitamin A, toxicity symptoms. Dr. James Patterson, who led this research, stated, "Beta-carotene is like having a smart delivery system for vitamin A. It gives your body exactly what it needs, when it needs it, without the dangerous accumulation we see with synthetic supplements." But here's where it gets even better. Beta-carotene comes packaged with other powerful antioxidants that work synergistically to protect your health. When you eat a sweet potato, you're not just getting beta-carotene, you're getting fiber, potassium, vitamin C, and dozens of other compounds that support healthy aging. The best sources of beta-carotene for seniors include sweet potatoes. One medium sweet potato provides 400% of your daily vitamin A needs in the safest possible form. Plus, the fiber helps regulate blood sugar and supports digestive health. Dark leafy greens like spinach and kale. These powerhouses provide beta-carotene along with folate, vitamin K, and iron that many seniors are deficient in. Orange and red vegetables, carrots, red bell peppers, and butternut squash are loaded with beta-carotene and other carotenoids that protect against age-related diseases. Here's a simple daily protocol that provides all the vitamin A you need safely. And, naturally, morning. Add a handful of spinach to your eggs or smoothie lunch. Include orange or red vegetables in your salad dinner. Enjoy a serving of sweet potato or butternut squash. This approach gives you 3 to 4 times more bioavailable vitamin A than synthetic supplements, with zero risk of toxicity and dozens of additional health benefits. Let me share with you some incredible transformation stories from people who made this simple switch from synthetic vitamin A to natural beta-carotene sources. These aren't isolated cases. They represent thousands of seniors who have reclaimed their health using this approach. Remember Margaret, who I mentioned at the beginning? Here's her complete story. At 67, Margaret was taking a high-potency multivitamin containing 5,000 IU of vitamin A, plus an additional vitamin A supplement, because her doctor said it would help her vision. For 5 years, she faithfully took these supplements, believing she was protecting her health. But Margaret was slowly getting worse. She developed chronic hip pain that made walking difficult. Her energy levels plummeted, and she found herself napping every afternoon. Most concerning, her annual blood tests showed elevated liver enzymes, and her doctor was talking about running more tests to rule out serious liver disease. That's when Margaret attended one of my seminars and learned about vitamin A toxicity. She immediately stopped all her synthetic vitamin A supplements and began eating 1 sweet potato daily, along with a large salad containing carrots and spinach. The transformation was remarkable. Within 30 days, her hip pain began subsiding. After 60 days, her energy returned, and she no longer needed afternoon naps. At her 90-day follow-up blood test, her liver enzymes had returned to normal ranges, and her doctor was amazed at the improvement. But here's the most incredible part. Margaret's vision actually improved on the natural protocol. Her eye doctor, noted that her night vision was better than it had been in years, and early signs of macular degeneration had stabilized. Then there's Robert, a 71-year-old retired engineer from Texas. Robert was a supplement enthusiast who took multiple vitamins daily, including high-dose vitamin A for his eyes. He developed mysterious skin problems, dry, cracking skin on his hands and face that wouldn't heal despite expensive creams and dermatologist visits. His wife finally convinced him to try the natural approach I teach. Robert replaced his supplements with nutrient-dense whole foods, focusing on beta-carotene-rich vegetables. Within 6 weeks, his skin problems completely resolved. His wife said he looked 10 years younger, and Robert himself reported feeling more energetic than he had in decades. Patricia, a 64-year-old grandmother, had been taking vitamin A supplements for bone health after her doctor diagnosed early osteoporosis. Despite taking calcium, vitamin D, and vitamin A supplements, her bone density continued declining. When she switched to getting her vitamin A from natural food sources and eliminated the synthetic supplements, her next bone scan showed improvement. For the first time in years, these stories aren't unique. In my practice, I've seen hundreds of seniors experience similar transformations simply by making this one crucial change. The difference between synthetic and natural vitamin A is like the difference between taking a sledgehammer and using a precision tool. Both might accomplish the goal, but one causes collateral damage while the other works in harmony with your body. Right now, you probably have multiple sources of synthetic vitamin A in your medicine cabinet that you're not even aware of. This hidden exposure is pushing many seniors into the toxic range without them realizing it. Let me help you identify these stealth sources that could be sabotaging your health. First, check your multivitamin. Most contain between 2,500 and 5,000 IU of vitamin A, often listed as retinol or retinol palmitate. But here's the shocking part. Many seniors are taking multiple products that contain vitamin A, creating a dangerous cumulative effect. For example, if you're taking a multivitamin, 3,000 IU, a separate vitamin A supplement for eye health, 5,000 IU, and a calcium supplement that also contains vitamin A, 1,000 IU, you're getting 9,000 IU daily, 3 times the toxic threshold for seniors. Many prescription medications also contain hidden vitamin A. Certain acne medications, psoriasis treatments, and even some heart medications contain synthetic vitamin A compounds. If you're taking any prescription drugs, ask your pharmacist to check for vitamin A content. Fortified foods are another hidden source. Many breakfast cereals, energy bars, and meal replacement shakes are fortified with synthetic vitamin A. If you're eating fortified foods and taking supplements, you could be unknowingly consuming dangerous amounts. Here's a real-world example. Linda, a 69-year-old from California, was experiencing severe fatigue and joint pain. She couldn't understand why, since she was being so careful about her health. When we reviewed her daily routine, we discovered she was getting vitamin A from 5 different sources. Her multivitamin, 3,500 IU, her eye health supplement, 4,000 IU, her fortified breakfast cereal, 1,500 IU, her calcium supplement, 800 IU, her prescription acne medication, 2,000 IU total daily intake, 11,800 IU, nearly 4 times the safe limit for seniors. No wonder she was feeling terrible. Within 2 weeks of eliminating these synthetic sources and switching to natural beta-carotene from foods, Linda's symptoms began improving dramatically. The supplement industry deliberately makes this confusing by using different units of measurement. Some labels show IU, international units. Others show mcg, micrograms, and some show percentage of daily value. This makes it nearly impossible for consumers to track their total intake across multiple products. Here's the simple rule to protect yourself. If it says vitamin A, retinol, retinol palmitate, or retinol acetate on the label, it's the synthetic form that can become toxic. Avoid these completely after age 60. Instead, look for products that specify beta-carotene or from beta-carotene. Even better, get your vitamin A from whole foods, where it comes packaged with other protective nutrients. Remember, the goal isn't to avoid vitamin A completely. Your body needs it. The goal is to get it from natural sources that work with your body's wisdom, rather than overwhelming its capacity to process synthetic chemicals. Now that you understand the dangers of synthetic vitamin A and the power of natural alternatives, let me give you a complete action plan that you can implement starting today. This isn't complicated. In fact, it's simpler than what you're probably doing now. Step 1. Immediate elimination. Do this today. Go to your medicine cabinet right now and check every supplement, medication, and fortified food product for vitamin A content. Look for these dangerous ingredients: retinol, retinol palmitate, retinol acetate, or simply vitamin A. Remove these from your routine immediately. Don't worry about stopping suddenly. Unlike some nutrients, there's no withdrawal effect from stopping vitamin A supplements. Your body actually sighs with relief when you stop forcing synthetic vitamins into your system. Step 2. Natural replacement. Start tomorrow. Begin incorporating these powerful beta-carotene sources into your daily routine. Breakfast. Add a handful of fresh spinach to your eggs, or blend it into a smoothie with orange juice and banana. If you prefer cereal, choose one that's naturally high in beta-carotene, like oatmeal, topped with sliced banana and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Lunch. Include at least one orange or red vegetable in your meal. This could be carrot sticks, red bell pepper slices, or a small salad with grated carrots and tomatoes. Dinner. Make sweet potatoes or butternut squash a regular part of your evening meal. These are incredibly versatile and can be baked, roasted, or mashed. Step 3. Weekly meal planning. Plan to eat at least one beta-carotene-rich meal each day. Here are some simple, delicious options. Monday, roasted sweet potato with a spinach salad. Tuesday, carrot and ginger soup with whole grain bread. Wednesday, stir-fry with red bell peppers and broccoli. Thursday, baked butternut squash with herbs. Friday, fresh spinach omelet with cherry tomatoes. Saturday, roasted root vegetables, carrots, sweet potatoes, beets. Sunday, green smoothie with spinach, mango, and orange juice. Step 4. Track your progress. Keep a simple journal for the first 30 days, noting energy levels, 1 to 10 scale daily, sleep quality, any changes in vision, skin, or joint comfort, overall sense of well-being. Most people notice improvements within 2-3 weeks, with dramatic changes by the 30-day mark. Step 5. Share the knowledge. This information is too important to keep to yourself. Share this video with family members and friends over 60. You might literally save someone's life by helping them avoid the hidden dangers of synthetic vitamin A. Remember, this isn't about buying expensive supplements or following complicated protocols. It's about returning to the way nature intended us to nourish our bodies, with real food that provides exactly what we need in the safest possible form. Your body has the wisdom to heal itself when you stop poisoning it with synthetic chemicals and start feeding it the nutrients it recognizes and can use effectively. As we come to the end of this crucial information, I want to leave you with a final warning and an opportunity that could change the trajectory of your health for years to come. The synthetic vitamin industry is a $40 billion business that depends on keeping you confused and misinformed. They've spent decades convincing you that synthetic is just as good as natural, that more is always better, and that their products are completely safe. But as you've seen today, this couldn't be further from the truth. Every day you continue taking synthetic vitamin A supplements after age 60, you're rolling the dice with your health. The damage accumulates silently, often taking months or years to become apparent. By the time symptoms appear, significant harm may have already been done to your bones, liver, and cardiovascular system. But here's the good news. It's not too late to change course. Your body has an amazing capacity to heal and regenerate when you stop poisoning it and start nourishing it properly. The seniors I've worked with who made this switch have experienced transformations that seemed impossible. Renewed energy, clearer thinking, stronger bones, and vibrant health well into their 80s and 90s. Margaret, Robert, Patricia, Linda, and thousands of others have proven that age doesn't have to mean decline. With the right knowledge and approach, your 60s, 70s, and beyond can be the healthiest, most vibrant years of your life. But knowledge without action is worthless. You now have information that could literally add decades to your life, but only if you act on it. Don't let this video be just another piece of health information that you bookmark and forget. Your life is too precious to gamble with. I want to make sure you have everything you need to succeed, which is why I've created a comprehensive guide called The Senior's Guide to Natural Nutrition After 60. This 47-page guide includes a complete list of foods highest in bioavailable beta-carotene, 30 delicious recipes specifically designed for senior nutrition, a shopping guide for choosing the best produce meal planning templates for optimal nutrient absorption, warning signs to watch for as your body detoxifies from synthetic vitamins, natural alternatives for other problematic supplements. But I'm only making this guide available to people who watched this entire video because I know you're serious about your health and willing to take action. Here's what I want you to do right now. First, go clean out your medicine cabinet and eliminate all sources of synthetic vitamin A. Second, plan your next grocery shopping trip to include plenty of colorful beta-carotene-rich vegetables. Third, share this video with someone you care about who's over 60. You might save their life. Your health is your most precious asset. Don't let the supplement industry's profit motives determine your quality of life. You have the power to take control of your health naturally and safely. The choice is yours. Continue down the dangerous path of synthetic supplementation or embrace the natural approach that has sustained healthy populations for thousands of years. Choose wisely. Your future self will thank you for the decision you make today. Remember, after 60, natural isn't just better. It's essential for survival and thriving. Make the switch today and discover what it feels like to age gracefully with energy, vitality, and vibrant health.